Hey guys, you've done the hard part and you've gotten the admit. And now your browser has 27 tabs open: forex loans, education rates, blocked accounts. So while you're sorting all that out, there's one thing that students usually forget to ask: what happens after you graduate? I mean, besides the hey, let's backpack across Europe plan. So you must be thinking that it's too early to be talking about this. But come on, isn't that the eventual plan? So why not stay prepared with your options? Today, we are talking about post-study work visas and PR pathways, also known as how long you can stay, work, and probably eventually settle in the country that you're in. I'll break it down for you, country-wise. So let's start with the UK. If you are on a student visa, you get to stay and work for about 2 years after you graduate. And if you're doing a PhD, that's 3 years. And during this time, there is no sponsorship that's needed. You can explore jobs, switch companies, experiment, vibe. And if you land a skilled job, you can move to a skilled worker visa. And from there, permanent residency, baby. Next up, Canada. If you're studying in Canada, the postgraduate work permit, that's your golden ticket. Study for 2 years and you will get up to 3 years to work. During this time, if you clock enough work experience and points, you can enter the express entry system and apply for a PR. Canada basically wants you to stay. So if you play it right, you're building not just a career, but a life. Germany, the land of punctual trains and affordable education. Here, after graduation, you can apply for an 18-month job seeker visa, land a job relevant to your degree, and you move to a resident permit. And after 2 years of working, you can start your PR process. It's structured, it's solid, and healthcare is included. The big one, the US, of course. In spite of the current scenario, we know that the US will always remain a top choice. So just in case you're on your way, here are the few things that you need to keep in mind. Of course, this is subject to change depending on the present political scenario. After graduation, you get 1 year of OPT, which is optional practical training. And if you're in a STEM program, that extends to 3 years. And then comes the H-1B lottery. And we all know what that's like. Like a dating app for visas. You just swipe, wait, and hope. So here's the thing. If you are in tech or engineering, your chances are better than you think. And if you're good, employers will not hesitate to sponsor you. Australia, Ireland, Netherlands. Let's do a rapid fire round. Australia, 4 years post-study work rights for master's grads. Ireland, 2 years for non-EU grads. Booming for data science and fintech. Netherlands, you get a zoek year or orientation year to find a job after graduating. Moral of the story, most countries want skilled students to stay. So where does Prodigy Finance come in? Now here's the part that no one tells you about. Having a plan post-study starts even before you land. This includes funding. That's where Prodigy Finance makes life much easier. Unlike Indian banks, they don't ask for collateral or a cosigner. They look at you, your potential, your course, and your future earnings. And here's the best part. They support schools and courses that align with high ROI and real work opportunities post-study. Basically, Prodigy Finance isn't just giving you a loan. They are giving you a head start into a career abroad. Your study abroad journey doesn't just end with your graduation hat in the air. It starts with knowing how to stay there after. Your passport gets you there, your degree helps you get noticed, but your plan, that's what helps you stay. And with Prodigy Finance backing you from day one, that's a plan that's already in motion. So wish you all the best. And if you want more helpful tips to study abroad, don't forget to check out Prodigy Finance.